Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Sammy Thunder here. I figured, what the hell? Not much going on, it seems. Um, things are a little quiet. Things are just a little quiet, it seems, right now when it comes to the hobby. A little eerily quiet. I've been getting reports from some of the other content creators that go out to shows that things have been a little quiet on that front when it comes to card shows. And we're trying to come up with theories on why that might be. Why is, as far as being a dealer is concerned, the sales are definitely down in terms of just selling at the show. There's a number of factors that can go into it. I mean, it could be anything from, just competition at the shows. Part of the reason why I'm kind of taking a step back from Garfield is the fact that it's just a little there's a lot of vintage dealers, that have deeper inventories than myself. And um, I love going to the show. I love capturing the dealers there. Because I've befriended a number of them. But there's a number of reasons why I've taken a step back. One of them is I wanted to kind of spend more time focusing on just some other things like my family and making sure that I'm kind of dedicating, kind of creating a balance between my the hobby that I love so much and also just my family and doing things with them. And so somebody as someone who I don't have any kids, but I mean, with my wife and I, we like to go hiking, bird watching. For those that don't know, it's things I like to do, and kayaking. So those are things that I'm going to be enjoying this weekend, actually. But I had to balance it out. I am going to be at a show setting up Milford, Connecticut. Hopefully, some of y'all can come by. And I enjoy that one. It's very laid back. I'm one of the few exclusively vintage dealers there, outside of one other guy who sets up named Chuck. And I've done pretty well at that show. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. We'll see. So yeah, just depends on how busy things are. But I think right now we're in a kind of a period where there's a gap between now and the national, and I think buying is down, definitely down. I don't know if you can chalk it up to it just being the national, but it's definitely a variable nonetheless. And let's see, I'll just catch up with everybody here. Keegan, thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. K Cards claim it says that there was deals this weekend. That's good. What did you end up finding? And hopefully you found some good stuff. And it says hello. Just people saying hello. 3 streams in one day. It's a lot of time spent. Was that a show in Jersey Sunday PR? That's cool. Which show is it? Dealers were dropping sticker big time. That's interesting. Hobby will always be here. Family is what matters, though easy to take for granted. Yes, without a doubt. Without a doubt. That's first and foremost, most important thing. And at the end of the day, we're enjoying and appreciating baseball cards. And but family's not always going to be around, so we always want to be with our family as much as we can. And Keegan says he's graduating. Congratulations. what you're saying. Peeps is here. Hey, Peeps. Diamond gems. Thank you very much, man. I'll bring it out. I'll bring it out shortly so I can show you again. Not at the Mid Atlantic. It was really busy. Interesting. John, that's just what I do. I do unplanned live streams. That's just how things go. That's generally how most of my live streams go. Very impromptu, unscripted. Hamburg, New Jersey. Where is that? Is that Southern Jersey? Closer to Pennsylvania? 55 Pee Wee Reese biggest card. Nice. That's a good pickup. Hopefully you didn't, hopefully you got a really good deal in terms of monetary value. It's the time of the year the weather is warmed up and you people up north are spending more time outdoors. That's true. That's true. I definitely am. Well, Don had invites for his, but it wasn't exactly planned beyond that. Is Don doing a live stream right now? Or is he I'm sorry, maybe I misunderstood. So hopefully, I don't know if he is. I thought there was nobody else doing one, so I figured I'd just jump on, but anyway. Oh, yeah, right. I'm sorry. I was thinking Don, the show and us. That was you're thinking Don's Field of Dreams, of course. He just did his live stream. I caught the tail end of it. I didn't. I thought he was starting a little bit later. So you guys want to see? Let's see if I can grab it right now. Yeah. So everyone, y'all were asking about the Willie Mays, Stahlmeyer. There we go. So, story goes, got this off of Facebook. Reputable seller. It's been around for quite some time. Thanks to Brian Roth, B Roth, Card Soup, tagged me in a Facebook post while I was at work. So I was in the middle of doing something, but I was like, oh. And when I went to the post, when I saw what it was, I was like, all right, I'm going to stop what I'm doing for just a few minutes and see if we can work out a deal. And what I can say this much is finding this card now is going to save me a lot of anxiety when I go to the National. I actually do have something planned for the National, something that I want that I think I can get for a reasonable price if it's like a low to mid grade. But this was the big card I wanted to find was the Willie Mays Stahlmeyer. And I remember going around Strongsville and literally walking table to table really quickly on the first day, Friday, when the show was taking place. And I got, did the early entry like everybody else did. And I was walking around and I was literally trying to eyeball this. And no table that I could see had a Stahlmeyer. I ended up finding that there was one table who had one, but it was Duke Snyder and Monty Irvin. And so the Willie Mays was the one I was trying to find, and no dealer that I knew had one. So I kind of pivoted towards the Bazooka 59 Mays, which you guys saw that I picked that up. So nevertheless, let me go back on topic with the Stahlmeyer. So Brian tagged me in a post, reputable dealer named Andy Geller. Andy and I had a conversation. I made an offer initially, and then I messaged him and I told him, I was like, oh, really been looking for this card. And from what I've learned about Andy through the Facebook groups, is that he's very fair and he just, when it comes to big cards like this, he just wants to make a collector happy, and definitely made me happy. Gave me a really nice deal on it. And so I was really excited because this was last week, and I was really excited about it. I made the payment, and we were exchanging back and forth, and he was telling me, "Oh, I'm gonna send it out today," and he did, and I got this Monday, so yesterday, yeah, yesterday. So I got it in the mail, and yeah, I mean, the plan for the national was to find this. I had a number of different cards that I was looking for, but this one was one of the key ones, and so finding this one now. Uh, I don't want to get into the monetary value of how much I spent on the card, but what I can say is that the chances of finding one at the national, you know, it's there. The chances of finding one there would have increased, but compared to the other shows, I mean, obviously the national being the massive show that it is, chances are I would have found one, but I feel like I would have ended up having to pay quite a big premium for it. So it goes without saying, I'm pleased to have found it now because now I can focus my time and energy because it's going to take a lot of energy to navigate the national, but I can focus my attention on smaller cards that I can add maybe some inventory as well for shows in the future. And most importantly is to hang out with everybody there. I've mentioned multiple times that now, since I have this in my collection, um, I'm just going to walk around with some others and try to help them find stuff they want and see if I can be of help for them, some assistance. So that'd be cool. I'm going to check back in with the chat to see where we left off. Let's see. The swings in temperature here on the East Coast have made me feel under the weather. That'll happen. Your body keeps fluctuating and adjusting. And what John is talking about is Mike, baseball collector, and him filmed a segment yesterday promoting the Hobby Palooza, which is going to be hosted this year on the For Collectors channel. So that's currently in the works. That's good. Good weather down south. Hey, Rick. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you very much. He was, Darrell Giordano. He was up there, Mr. 95 cents. It's 85 today, but like 60. Yeah, so the weather's been fluctuating a lot. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate it. It's really vibrant colors. The aesthetic, as I've mentioned this a number of times, but it's always the aesthetic of a card, the design of the card, and the story behind it just fascinates me. I love the history of how cards came to be relevant in obviously there's a lot of stories even from the Tops stuff and Bowman stuff and Fleer. I mean, they all have good stories to them. I just like kind of cultures clashing together. So you have like the Stahlmeyer hot dog company, Stahlmeyer Franks, who were responsible for being the official vendors for the Brooklyn Dodgers, the New York Giants, and the New York Yankees, which I think is kind of cool given the circumstance. So I love this story behind how these cards came to be, and it's a shame that not a lot more of them exist, but the story kind of carries a lot of weight. So really cool, and just a really cool looking design to go with it. Peeps is asking, what cards from your youth have you held on to or maintained interest in? Any non-Hall of Fame favorites? Typically, a lot of the stuff that I collected as a kid were guys that were essentially Hall of Famers. So any of the, like, if we're talking about vintage, it was always Hall of Famers. So as a kid, I was given a Tom Seaver card by my dad. It was miscut Tom Seaver. It wasn't trimmed, but it was just poorly miscut. And I had it. My dad, he must have got it for me in the '90s at the Gloria Rothstein shows in the county center. If anybody from New Jersey, New York ever went to those shows, They're pretty much similar to what's happening today, except on a smaller, kind of more on a smaller scale in some regards. But my dad got me a Tom Seaver 69 miscut card, a 73 Willie Mays. I have those still. Um, I'm trying to think. Like as a kid, I was collecting McGuire cards because that's the player who I kind of aligned with. Roger Clemens, Doc Gooden. So Doc Gooden, I think, is probably the non-Hall of Famer that I spent a lot of time buying cards of because I just, I as a pitcher growing up, playing little league and then high school, I wanted to throw like the 12-6 curveball that Doc threw, and also his fastball and so forth. So those are the guys that I collected as a kid. 93 in New York. It felt like it today. It certainly did. Might have to get another display case for Aaron run. I don't know if you're referring to me because I only have one Hank Aaron card in there. Rick is saying now I need the Briggs meat set. I got to look into that set. I know what it is. I just have to look into it a little bit more. Yeah, I mean I know that's not not an inexpensive set though. I know it's pricey, I think. So, but I have to look into it a little bit more before I start diving in. Orlando, I don't know if you're still here, but hey, buddy. Keegan's doing an Aaron run. Whenever I see one for a good price, he'll get it. Would love to get a Stallmeyer one day. They are beautiful cards. I'll show you another time. Hey, Lee. Lee, one of the longest content creators I've been watching since I got started, and he's been around for quite some time. So good to see you, buddy. Ruben Snyder, hello. Hey, Ruben. Everyone's saying hello. Are you going to any bigger shows like Chantilly or the National? I will be at the National. Chantilly, I want to go. Just need to find time to get down there. I hear it's not too far from DC, so I have family in Maryland, so I might be able to make it work. Just trying to see. So you're saying it's October. Okay, that's cool. Chantilly show June 21st to 24th. That's funny because that's when I think Hobby Palooza is happening. So I'm out for that. Sarah, that's the best bundle length maze I've ever seen. Mookie, you're killing me, man. Next Mid-Atlantic is September 15th on a Sunday. Oh, Andrew, that's when I was trying to make sense of what you were talking about, the Mid-Atlantic. That's the one in Silver Springs, right? I've been wanting to go to that one. That's I hear that one's really good too. It's a little bit. How many tables is that? Let's see. Everyone's just talking about Chantilly. Staven is here, or Dom. Evening, gents. Congrats on the Grail maze. Sammy, crazy pickup, my friend. Yeah, I know it's a little nuts, but it's better I get this. It's better I buy this now, I think, than trying to buy this at the National. Now, for record, when I look this up, this is just for reference. There are, I think, 23 of these graded with PSA, or I can't remember the number, maybe more than that, maybe 30, whatever. 18 of the low number accounts for ones. So put that into perspective. Chances are finding another one at the National is likely, possibly, but the anxiety that I would have to try to run around and find one at the National, it's just it would be a little overwhelming. So, and also I would sort of expect to have to pay a lot more than I did compared to when I bought this through Facebook. And I don't know if y'all will agree with me on this, but it certainly seems like you can get better deals on the Facebook groups than you could at shows from time to time. I've gotten good deals at shows, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I've gotten a lot of nice deals through Facebook groups. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. I'm just going to catch up a little bit more with who's here. Looks like we got some negotiating happening. Orlando, I have an offer for $180 on a 58 single Deportivo. Good price. Oh, I misunderstood that comment. I thought you were offering Orlando for a card, but you're asking for Orlando for his advice. Gooden has some great cards. Yeah, he does. Actually, do I have the card in front of me with me? I do. This one was kind of like a nice, not a knockoff, but it's just a nice little tip of the cap to the 51 Connie Mack All-Stars. Look at this cool looking Doc Gooden that I found at the County Center show. Let me see if I could. There we go. It's pretty cool. Second year card. Or third, I guess. Second, third year card. But looks like they gave these out during the All-Star break. It's pretty cool. 86. I have to put it in a top loader. So the Mid-Atlantic show Andrew's talking about is 100 tables. Okay. Yeah, dude. Andrew, next time I'm in Maryland, man, we should try to link up at the House of Cards. One of my favorite shops to check out. I love that shop. Evening, everyone. Epic pickup on the Stahlmeyer Mays. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Good to see you, Matt. I know we were talking earlier. So Orlando saying that those are tough cards. Have to check comps. Orlando is a great is a great expert at knowing those cards. So good person to ask. So Craig agrees that Facebook deals. I don't know why I'm out of focus all of a sudden, but the Facebook deals are definitely. Let me see. Put myself back. Let me see. I guess the maze is going to show now if I'm out of focus. Yep. Okay. Whatever. I'll come back. Excuse me. So yeah, Craig is saying that he agrees that the Facebook deals are there, especially when buying 2+. Yeah, if you're bundling, definitely helps. Dom says that Facebook groups are so underrated, and I'm all for buying tough cards for that when they pop up before the national. Yeah, that's a good point. I know Dom belongs to a lot of different groups. Him and I belong to the same oddball card group. And we love seeing what's presented all the time. Mike Petty, love buying from known dealers on Facebook. Andy is among the best. They all take checks too. I love the emoji. That's great. No, I think I'm gonna take a break on the Mangini impression. I got in a little bit of trouble doing an impersonation of him on Greg's live stream, claiming something that shouldn't have been claimed. But when I mentioned it in jest, and I wasn't being serious about it. It was just a joke. But I am going to take a break from the Mangini impersonation for now, as long as everybody's. Maybe I'll bring it back at the national. Maybe John and I can have a conversation going back and forth with it. Just trying to be a mirror image of you. Mike's awesome. Or yeah, Petty's awesome, man. What a real treat he was at Strongsville too. He's treating everybody. Eddie's here. Good evening. Any idea of how the New York Yankees Mariners series is going? The Mariners have been kicking the Yankees' butt day in and day out. Yes, Andrew. I think I saw your comment about that. Are you still doing the top 5 videos for under $100? Yeah, I plan on putting one together tomorrow. I know you wanted like the mid to late 70s, and that gives me a wide spectrum to work with. Wondering if prices will drop significantly post-national. I can't remember last year if that was the case. I imagine it must have been. A lot of people have leftover stuff. A lot of the big dealers will have leftover stuff. I guess that makes sense. Cards will drop in price, but I really don't know. It's a good question. I didn't really pay much attention after the national to what the market was looking like at the time. Yeah, the M's are playing good baseball right now. The stuff that doesn't sell will go down. Time to learn some new impersonations. I think I'm gonna take a break from the impersonations for now. I'll just do myself, be myself. That's probably the way to go. Pirates syncing it up against San Francisco. Would rather watch the live stream. Appreciate it. Thanks, Craig. And I think we're caught up. Oh man, that's funny. I appreciate it though. You know, Pirates are funny, man. The Pirates started off really hot like they did last year, and then just kind of went down, man. Just can't really see. They don't seem to kind of. They don't seem to kind of have it. So I don't know. I think they have great potential. They just need to solidify it somehow. But 19 people are here. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, hanging out. It's always a good time. K cards. Better than stinking pirates. I appreciate it, man. Thumbs up for that one. Yeah, 19 people are here. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I came on without really I never really have any plan when I come to do these chill-in chats. They're simply just opportunities to kind of exchange with you guys and kind of go from there. I'm gonna hold off tonight. I think I'm just gonna kind of spearhead this one for now. Heck, even the best teams in MLB lose about 1/3 of their games. It's true. It's true. The Pirates haven't won a World Series since beating the Orioles twice. The curse is well deserved. Good question. What's next after Mays? Okay, glad you asked that question actually, because I've been thinking about it today. I'm gonna need y'all's help for those going to the National. I will need your help in finding one card that I want to add that I think I can manage with the budget that I'm bringing with me, and that is the 1968 Bazooka card of Tom Seaver. Now, let me turn on this monitor that I have. This will take a second because I want to be able to show you what this looks like. For those that don't know, I mean, you could Google search it, of course, but I figured I'd not the Laughlin. No, not the. I mean, the Laughlin, if I can find it, but that's going to go for more than what I have available for the budget that I'm bringing with me. Let's do. Hold on. I got to plug in my charger, and I have my HDMI cable hooked up so I can run a second window. So bear with me a second. Might freeze up in a minute. Okay. Still good? Cool. Now I'm gonna open up a new window, and I'm gonna get the Tom Seaver card I'm after. Now there's one right now on eBay for like the entire box. Bazooka box selling for like $5,000. But the box is not what I'm looking for. Let me see. It's a cool looking card. They look like strip cards, which is very fascinating to me. There's Bazooka. There's an average of 12 different cards right now, but let's see if I can get a good picture for you guys. Yeah, here's a good one. Let's see, visit. And I'll put this on screen so you guys can take a look at it. Of course, it's not loading PSA registry. Yeah, the hand cut card. Okay. Got it presented. Ready for you guys. Let's share the screen. This is it right here. It is. I love the aspect ratio of the card. It looks like a stick of gum. So it's a thin rectangular card, hand cut, and these came off the Bazooka boxes. Now, what I'll do is, where was I going to find? Oh, look at what they've sold for over time. I'm not logged in. Okay. Let me get set up for that, and I will. Yeah. So the 68 Bazooka Seaver. That's what I'm looking for, and I'll show you what they've been selling for. Because I think it's reasonable. I could probably find a mid grade for a decent price, but it's hard to say because they don't sell too often. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna bring it back up now that I'm. Let's see what we got. All right, this is here. So we're on VCP now, and so I'll type in Seaver hand cut. They don't even have a preview image available to represent it, but it's crazy. Like there's 11 PSA, 1 SGC, 12 total sales, equaling to about 5,400 for all of them. And so it's kind of cool. I guess I don't know how up to date this is, but vintage card prices, they give you the pop, and 27 total have been graded with PSA. Now we're talking about just the hand cut cards of Tom Seaver. So these are I guess this is the distribution of the ones that exist, and like there's 110, 6 9s actually, which is pretty remarkable. That makes up a good chunk of it. 4 8s, 1 7, and so forth. You guys can see it. So we'll look at the sales as of late. So the last one that sold was back in October, and it's a high grade, like a PSA 8 sold for $510, which Four Sharp Corner is a very notable name in eBay. Let's take a look at it. Really nice looking. Yeah. I don't know if I need a PSA 8. Like I'd be happy with like a 5, but like you can see a 5 back in 2018 sold for $200. This is the buy it now. Look at that. That looks really nice, actually. To me, that looks a lot better than the H, but I don't know. That's just me. I like the way this looks. There's a PSA 9, 350 back in, what is that? What year? 2016. It's remarkable. I could look at a PSA, like a 10 back in 2011, sold for $1,849. I guess the key thing is that the frame around, I guess the little border around the card doesn't grade nearly as well if compared to if it's, if the border is not there. I guess the grade's better. Here's an SGC. Yeah, this one's pretty poorly cut, as you can tell, but still presented very nicely. So, just for contrast, it looks like there's really only one sale back in 2020, back last year. So one SGC sale in the span, at least from online. Anyway, let's catch up with the chat a little bit. Just want to see where we're at. Let's see. Pirates will be a threat by 2026. Keller, Jones, rotation with a bunch of intriguing young hitters. Orlando, yeah, your Marlins are they're not pulling a lot of weight right now. And I think you were referencing the Laughlin. Yeah, we were talking earlier. But Bazooka. If you're referring to the Seaver, yeah, I think it's a good chase card. I think probably get it for a reasonable price too. Let's see what else. 68 Bazooka is one of the last two I need for Aaron in one form or another, box panel or card. So Matt, I assume you're going to be looking for one as well. Then is that on your radar? Scrapbook Boxing. How's it going, Sammy? Gentlemen, good looking card. Very nice. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Bazooka cards have become desirable. Nobody wanted them 10 years ago. Why is that? Why didn't people want them 10 years ago, Orlando? I'll definitely look out, my friend. I've always found it weird that Yaz is only on the tips panel in the middle. Can't explain that one. With the bazooka and postcards, does it really matter to have a numerical grade? Um, I don't know. I mean, I like, such a difficult question to answer because I like things to look nice, but not don't have to be perfect. Um, to find one that just presents really well. Like when I showed earlier, when I went to the Seaver that rated a 5 that had like a little frame around a border around the card. I liked the way that looked, and but I mean, I saw the SGC 2 or what was it? Let me go back. It was an SGC 1.5 sold for 212.49. I don't have it up right now. But it was a 23 bids on it, so it definitely is desirable. I don't know. It all depends. When we go to when I go to the national, I'll be hanging out with the crew, and I know they'll be looking for stuff, and I'll be looking for stuff, and we'll help each other out. I don't care about grades on hand cut cards personally, Ruben. Yeah, it's here nor there. All hand cut. Yeah, it's such a weird thing. Like, how does SGC evaluate what gets a numerical grade with something that's hand cut? You know, it's very interesting. It looks horrible in that PSA holder. Are you referring to the Seaver Bazooka, Petty? And Orlando won't buy in that holder either. You're a menace, friend. He took out the he blocked the right characters. SGC doesn't look great either. Yeah. Oh man, you guys are a tough crowd, man. Tough crowd. The numbers are big on SGC labels, which I like. Don't even need my glasses on to see it, but most people don't like it. Oh well. I can't read the serial numbers on the SGC. They're so small. Yeah. That's funny. Just trying to catch up. Hobbyist. Hey, how's it going, man? Thanks for stopping by. Hodges. Hello, friend. All right, we are caught up again. Let's see what else I have. What do I have to show? I've showed you guys everything. I mean, I don't know really what else there is that I need to show you guys, but it's good just to kind of sit back and chat with y'all. And let's see. Oh, Orlando's asking, how was the traffic of the show this weekend? Very slow. And Mookie filled me in on the Garfield show that I did not attend or set up at. And it's been very, very slow. I think I did a total sales of like, I don't know, $200-300. Very normally, if I have a good day, I'll sell over 1,000, but typically it ranges anywhere between 400 to 600 when I set up at shows. So that's always cool. But I'm okay with it. Like as I mentioned before, this was what I've worked really hard for at shows. When I set up at shows, I built up enough money to be able to buy something like this. So that's really cool. It releases a lot of anxiety that I have now at the National. I can just kind of enjoy it more than feel like, I got to find that one card, got to find that one. So, yeah, the Bazooka is my new chase card, and I don't feel like I have to. I'm not. My motivation is just very chill and zen right now. Like it's there. Don't get me wrong. I want to look for it and find it, but I will not be upset if I can't find it. Again, to me, the fun thing, the really, and I know this sounds so cliche, but the fun thing that I really look forward to is seeing everybody again. Strongsville was great for that. Got to hang out with everybody. And with the National, I'll be rooming with Dom, the Commissioner Jake, and Drew Vintage Legacy, and it's a cool posse, man. It's a good posse to hang out with. And then at the YouTube gatherings, there'll be just a great opportunity to meet up with everybody that we haven't seen in a while. So, yeah, I'm getting away from your question, but Tornado Watch YouTube time, man. Unicorn, you're brave, man. You're brave. I appreciate you being here, but stay safe, man. Slow and Garfield. Yeah, we were talking about that pre-national lull. Is that a thing? It's very likely. I think it's definitely has attributes to it. Somebody mentioned the warm weather. I think that could also attribute to it as well. Sammy, have you seen the guy trying to sell the 74 Tops puzzle Seaver on Net 54? Not for everyone, but you don't see them all the time. I'll have to check it out. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll check it out before heading to sleep tonight. Carlisle says, watching the Braves Cubs, why did I think they'd already added pads to ivy-colored fences in the outfield? Crazy, it's still brick. Amen, brother. It's all about the people and the hunt. The cards will come whenever they do. Yes. So my biggest goal for one of my other many big goals, but one of the other big goals that I have is to help Jake, Drew, and Dom find some cool stuff. I think that's pretty reasonable. There's always a quote-unquote chase card. Once you obtain one, you will want something else unless you already have everything, but it's never ending. Truer words have never been said. Andrew is a very words of wisdom. It's true. Absolutely true. But you build up this huge, balloon of hoping for something that you work hard for, or you sell at a lot of shows to build up to buy something like this. So this is the big balloon, and it burst, and now I'm floating back down until it inflates again. So Michael Harris at a home run. Hope he does good this year. Is my favorite player. Somebody in my fantasy league, somebody dropped him. I was shocked, or they waived him. I was like, what's going on with that? Mancini doesn't have a chase card because he has about every card. I don't think that's true. Mancini doesn't have every card, but he has a lot of cards. But his goal of buying one card for every set is an ambitious one, and he has a lot, but I don't think he has every card. I just want a couple of good cards. That's probably wise. All you need is cards you love. Honus Wagner, Don Mossi, and everything in between. I assume Honus Wagner's at the top and Don Mossi's on the bottom, but man, why are we doing Don Mossi dirty like that? Oh man, so I got to look at that thing that Matt was talking about, that 54, but I'll save it for later. What are some of the things y'all are looking for, at the National? If y'all are going, what are some of the things you're looking for? That'd be a cool topic to talk about. Yeah, Dom's got it right, man. Dom's like, why are we doing Don Mossi like that? There you go. Wagner does not suck. He is top notch. 70s BST, been trying to sell it for 1 year. Mantles. Yeah, K cards. Mantles. Which mantles in particular? Craig is looking for a 53 Bowman Matthews and Spawn. That's a good fun one to find. The good thing about I've mentioned this repeatedly, so I don't want to be a broken record, but the good thing about those cards is that there's, especially at the Nationals, you can definitely take your time on those, I think. Probably be able to find them. Well, it shouldn't be too difficult, I don't think. Yeah, at the right price. That's the key thing, is to find them at the right price. Sports Flips, Vintage Sports Flips. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming by. I got 22 people in, which is great on an impromptu live stream. Wasn't expecting it to, have a nice little crowd, but it's good. It's a nice intimate live stream. It's not it's not like 70, 80, 100 people. I don't know if I'm happy with this focus crowd. Let's see. Brian says, I'm looking for 2 cards from the Cracker Jack set. Didn't see either one at the Strongsville show, so I'm hoping to find them there. No pressure, but if you want to share which ones they are, just again, we're a helpful crowd here, so definitely want to be able to help you and get to the national. Not going to the national, but I want a 48 Bowman Spun and a few errands for the run. Yeah, it's a good. It's definitely a good selection. Speaking of errands, Keegan, I'm sending out your 68 scratch off, Hank Aaron. I'll be sending it out tomorrow. What are your top 5 baseball movies or favorite sport films in general? Major League is number 1. Rookie of the Year. I grew up watching that movie just all the time. The Natural is 3. Let's see. What am I missing? Oh, The Sandlot. The Sandlot has to be in there. Sandlot's number 4. Number 5. See, I didn't like Angels in the Outfield. I was never a big Angels in the Outfield fan. Never could get into it. Field of Dreams seems, that's a great movie, but it's, again, just, this is going to be a cop-out answer. I kind of like The Rookie, although it's just way too over-dramatized. It's a good question, though. Ironically, Stahlmeyer, Bazooka, Briggs, or Red Heart, maybe. It's a good selection. Really good selection. I got a Stahlmeyer for you. Diamond Gems is looking for 53 Musial. That's good. Forgive me. I'm just... BC, which one is that? Which one are you referring to? 55. Ooh, the double headers. That's a cool looking card. That's a really cool looking one. Dom 63 French Bauer, Frank Robinson's on the top of my list right now, but as you know, the list is long. That's cool, man. I'll keep that registered in here when we get there. Also thinking of doing a K-line run after the Aaron run. I'd say he's a good player. He's a good player to collect because he his cards. Listen. I know we're not talking. I know when it comes to money and prices on cards. Excuse me, my voice is getting lost a little bit. It's not the most favorable thing to talk about, but let's be honest. The good thing about K-line cards is that you could probably get them for pretty good prices. Armor Coins is Field of Dreams. Yeah, it's very, classic. Yeah, I keep hearing this sound too. I'll get back. They may not be talking to me. It could just be a general conversation. Yeah, so Dom said it better than I did. Kalen's a good choice. Great all-around player, franchise legend, and reasonable prices all the way through. Yeah, definitely true. Thought for Love of the Game was underrated. It's a good one. Cracker Jacks are for me too. No. I don't have that big of an inventory. I go as a buyer and maybe trade stuff as well with other content creators if the opportunity comes. But no, I don't have that big of an inventory. I go as just a buyer and a prospector. Oh, Bowman Color. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, I just didn't put two and two together. 8 Men Out is a good baseball movie. I think it doesn't get mentioned often as some of the others. I have to. I've never seen that. I'll have to watch that one. Yeah, that'd be cool, man. I hope. I hope it works out. He has many nice looking cards. Yeah, he does. Favorite basketball movies here? Game. White Man Can't Jump. Above the Rim. Above the Rim is White Man Can't Jump is a classic. Above the Rim, really great movie. Those two in particular are standouts. Oh yeah, you're limited, and especially at the national when there's just nonstop traffic. Unless you're going with somebody and they can watch your table, but yeah, it definitely becomes overwhelming. Uh, what sort of memorabilia are you selling at the national, though? I'm curious. If you don't, I mean, if you don't mind mentioning it here. Hey, Doug, thanks for coming by, man. Everyone's just talking about basketball movies, Hoosiers. That case is filling up. Yeah, I'm running out of space, but I can always make room if need be. I wish I could make room for some of the bigger cards, but these display cases are not set up like that. I have some of the. Let me see. Um, yep, just opening magic safe here. uh, yeah, the big cards. Wish I could have space for some of this stuff. You know, the oversized. I like oversized cards. They just something special about them. Yeah, love this one, man. Such a cool oddball card, man. New York Journal American, Willie Mays. I have so many 54 Mays stuff now. It's so cool. This will never stop being one of my favorite cards. Tom Seaver, baby. Postcard. Tom Terrific. And of course, my most recent edition, or not my most recent edition, but the Strongsville edition that I made. Bazooka 59 Mays. Pretty classic. Never get tired of looking at them. And because Orlando is here, I think, yeah, he's still here. Let me see if I can gracefully grab this one out. Because Orlando is still here. 49 Leaf Premium. Or Leaf Premiums. I always mistakenly get it wrong. Classic. Absolute classic. Looks phenomenal, too. Oversized cards, man. I love them. This one in for Andrew, the Lou Sindor. Got to show that one, right? I know Andrew. Andrew is one of the few that appreciates vintage basketball like myself. Just doesn't get a lot of love. What are you saying there, Petty? Easy solution: just buy a case that holds only tall boys. Yeah, well, listen, man, I can't be throwing money around on display cases left and right. I can only buy so much. All right, let me go back because Vintage Sports Flips answered my question. He goes, pennants, gloves, bats, game used uniforms. My specialty is 19th century to World War II era equipment, but have all types of memorabilia too. That's really cool. Do you know where you're going to be at the National? Like, can you tell us your booth number here right now, or are you still waiting on that? Oversized for the win? Yes, sir. I love the oversized stuff. Remember the Titans? That's a good movie. Classic. Vintage Sports Flips has a great channel. Yes. Due to the size is the issue to deal with on displaying and storing. Awesome, Maddie. Yeah, I mean, came from you, buddy. Yeah. Getting into vintage cards again myself after a couple of decades away, so discovering some great channels now like this one. I appreciate that, man. Much respect, man. Let us know your booth number so that we can come by and say hello. Have you ever seen a 1960 Post serial card? They were awesome but expensive. What is it? John Mangini got one recently, didn't he? It was the mantle, right? It's don't do the crime, you don't do the time. In this case, buy a new case. I wish I knew what you were talking about. I love vintage basketball. Hitting right at home. I do too. If he was at last year's national, I think I filmed it. Orlando had a camera everywhere. I try to tell Sammy we're not the only vintage basketball guys. Keep showing and they will come. Field of Dreams reference. Let's see. All right. So all right. I'm just showing off cards that you guys have seen a million times over. So there's nothing new about that. So just, yeah, it's always fun. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. In this case, buy a new case. Okay. I'll just pretend I know. And all right. I'll just agree to buy a new case just so Mike Petty will, you know what? I'll buy a new case. Let's see. Yes, the 60s posts were the entire backs of the box like the old school Wheaties. That's cool. Don't buy a new card if you can't afford the new case. Thank you, sir. A little slow. All right, I appreciate it. Man. I'm sorry. Thank you, Orlando. It's not. Listen, I'm doing this not for. I mean, the likes are great. Don't get me wrong, but 23 people in here right now. I'm perfectly satisfied with that. So cool. If it grows, it grows. But this is a good chat, guys. This is really great. I want Walt Frazier rookie, but baseball cards always win out. Oh man, the Walt Frazier. You're talking about the 69 tops? Well, it's a classic. Got a nice SGC Hank Aaron 68 Dexter postcard. I've never seen that. It's pretty cool. I like the sound of it, actually. In the mail today. Now, K Cards has the right idea. Send me a case. All the way from California, 3,000 miles away. Send it my way. I believe you can do it, Petty. There's one person who can do it. It is you. Oh, man. Next time. Driller Killer, man. Blast from the past, friend. How's it going, bud? Hope you're doing well, man. Now, Driller, for those that don't know Driller Killer 213, go back in time a little bit to one of my first live streams, or one of my earliest live streams, where I was doing trivia night. And it was a lot of fun. Driller, and he had a YouTube channel with Driller and Squish. Those two were wiping the floor with everybody when it came to the trivia. They're really, really good. And I was asking some tough questions, but somehow they managed to just keep going through. How much did you pay? I bought a raw one at the National last year. Killer image. I got to look at that Dexter. I don't know what that looks like. I can't afford a down payment on a hot dog. You ever seen those guys that there's some YouTube content creators that eat like what is it, the ready-made meals, like the military-made meals? They like collect them. I forgot the proper term for it, but they get these meals that were made from like the 1950s, and then they cook them, and then like they'll eat them Yeah, they'll eat them on their channels, and like it's crazy, man. Just I can imagine somebody from here seeing if they could find an old 1950s Stahlmeyer Franks package and eating that on a live stream. That'd be pretty cool. Let's do that. Yeah, MREs, RMEs. let's, let's see. I'm just catching up. Does anyone have any of the 1936 R312 pastels? You know who to reach out to. Booth numbers 1351, 1450. I'll be one of those two. So look out for vintage sports flips and his memorabilia. Check out some of the cool 19th century specialty uniforms. Memorabilia. Yes, great pickup, Craig. That sounds like an awesome card. Brian Kane, will Sammy Mangini be making an appearance? I am giving Mangini a break. I got in a little bit of trouble. Nothing serious, but I got in a little bit of trouble, and so I'm going to retire it forever and ever. Maybe until the national when I see John personally. Then we can have a conversation and go back and forth. I think it's much better when it's in person. I like those things, but don't have any. They are national chocolates, right? Driller doing good, man. Working too much, lots of vids to edit and post. Yelly just got back from Europe. Sheesh. I'm glad you're doing well, man. RMEs, MREs. Yeah, we'll have to check out your booth. Yummy rationings. Oh, Patty, you're a menace, man. You're too much. Just get a can of Spam. That stuff like 30 years old anyway already. Yeah, you're probably right. Oh man, I have a Joey Cora candy bar from '96. But eat it. Oh man, I think we're definitely putting the gears in motion. Oh man. SGC does just going through. Just buy John one of his favorite Dave singles from Wendy's. You will be good then. Okay. I like the yin yang ice cream too. Free cards at the bottom. That's good. It's good stuff. Ruben gave us an update. Pirates tied the Giants. Preacher Jim didn't have faith. Oh man, 27 people in here now. All right, I got some more basketball because Andrew is not gonna. I'm sure Andrew wants to see more basketball. Got some Bob Cozy love here. Blaze went up his in action card. Magic Johnson, 81, 82. Bill Russell, 61 Fleer and a PSA holder. And Bob Cousy. His issued card. The one card I can't get in focus. Yeah, there it is. Once I say it, he does. So let me ask you guys, who do you think has the coolest opening to their videos on the channel? I like Rick's from Vintage Oddball Cards. I like how he kind of like emphasizes, this is Rick with Vintage Oddball Cards. I like that. Orlando's is very kind of just soft and, hello everybody. This is a collector's dream. Just so soothing. Love that. There's some good ones out there. But I mean, I guess Mangini's is the best one. It's like, you know what I'd like to do? All right, I can't do it. Can't do it. I'm gonna get, I said I wasn't gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, I do like. Mangini's is top notch. It's classic. But there's some good ones. There's definitely some good ones out there. Oh man. Yeah, but Pino Man's is good too. I'm seeing what everybody's saying here. Impersonation and freeze ended quickly. No, no, I stopped myself. I stopped myself. And Genie's the best, and Dan's vintage baseball PC. Yeah, Dan's is pretty good too. Orlando wins. John, that 70s card show, Led Zeppelin. Slipped a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah, Genie. Dan from Dan's baseball PC. Pino Man. Dan's too, yeah. From now on, I don't come on anyone's channel unless they play my intro. The Dark Mike Rises one. I miss your Grease music. Yeah, I know, man. I miss it too, but I mean, people fast forward through that anyway. And maybe not you, Matt. You listen to the whole. You probably listen to the whole thing, which I appreciate that. But I think there's people who are like, I'm going to jump to 3 minutes. Not interesting. I'm going to keep jumping. Listen, that's the reason why the best for me, the best thing to do, and this is outside of the card show videos. I try to keep my videos short because listen, we all have short attention spans. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, how can we sit through a 55-minute video? It's impossible. We pass through, try to find highlights for ourselves that we can enjoy and appreciate. That's how it is. Oh man, get your own channel. But seriously, man, I don't know what Petty's waiting for. You know, he's got gold right now. He's got gold ready to go. I mean, I love Petty's honesty. I love his brutal honesty. Keeps it real. I mean, that's just I admire that. Appreciate it. What you see is what you get. Alex Bowman 53 live stream is my personal favorite. Alex he's really good, man. He's got a good thing going with his live streams. Oh, come on, man. Come to the dark side. You are the dark Mike Rises. Oh, geez, Mikey. Yeah, he's got a good intro. I love that. There's something about the music as well in the background and the mustache and everything. It's so perfect. It's so perfect. He's just got to be such good charisma. It's a shame. I don't think he's going to the national. I really wanted to meet him, but I don't think he's going to the national. John's is pretty good. Yeah, it's good stuff. I'm thinking of Cheese Monkey when the levee breaks. John Keating show. Buccos win. Let's see. Mike Petty's real. Yeah, he is real. He's as real as they get, man. Oh boy. What time is it? It's gotta be 9:50. All right, we got 10 minutes for y'all. Question though, let's see. Andrew says the question though isn't when insert name here is making a channel, but when are certain people going to take a pause? I don't know how you guys do it. We love doing it, man. That's the thing. We love doing it. This is our world. You know, this is what we do. We appreciate it. We love sharing it because we know others appreciate it too. I mean, 25 people here on the live streams, 25 people here all share that same enthusiasm. So, I'm sure that's you weren't asking that question because of like the reason why we do it. It's just a matter of like how we find the time to do it. And I think we all do it for a number of reasons. Orlando puts it best. We're a group of friends, pretty much. Ruben, you're taking Greg's line. I would create a channel, but I have a face for radio. Craig, did you know the guy that made the Sparky comment? Oh man, no, I had no idea. You're talking about the guy that was criticizing. He was telling me which card I should have bought. He said I should have bought a 48 Yogi Berra or something like that, and was making telling me that it was that the Stallmeyer was a bad investment. When listen, I'm not gonna doubt what he's saying in terms of like cards. Yes, like first and foremost, I look at this as a card that I love to have in my collection. Beautiful card, aesthetically, the design, the story, the history, the lore about this card and its past, um, to me is everything. Where I agree with this with the Sparky comment is yes, it is an investment down the road, perhaps, but that's not the importance here. Like it's you're taking out the bulk of why we buy cards in the first place. And if you only think about it as an investment, then you are missing 95% of the reason why we love this hobby. And I can't have that. So I made a point to pin that comment because one, it annoyed me, and two, it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. And we have listen. I imagine every content creator experiences people that do this sort of thing. It is what it is, man. But I'm going to make an example out of it. I'm sorry. If you're going to troll, I'm going to make an example out of it. That's just how it is. It's all right. I'm going to stop there because I'm working myself up. But absolutely. Yeah, classless comment. Whatever, man. I mean, that guy can go kick rocks. This is why we don't count subscribers, we count friends. Yes. Well said, Eddie. I know that is a slogan that you live by. Outside of YouTube, I don't have many card friends, so YouTube is basically where I hang out with my friends. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough to. I don't know if you're talking about like card friends with vintage in particular or the modern stuff too. I feel like a lot of younger kids are really into modern stuff, but I don't know how popular it is. Depends, I guess, where you are in the country. But it looks like everybody's in the same boat. Yeah. 3 friends for cards outside of YouTube. Okay, 2 of them are local card shop owners. Why are we all friends with losers who don't collect is the better question. I have friends that don't collect, but they're not losers. They are they're good friends, and they admire that I do this. No, yeah, you know what, man? Like life's too short, but it happens often enough where I need to kind of set the record straight, and like if they're commenting to rain on somebody's parade, I'm going to call it out. I'm going to call it like I see it. Thank you, Orlando. I know. I know you were joking around. I troll all the time, though, almost all the time. Good thing Sammy still likes me, I think. No, Andrew, you're cool, man. You're not malicious or not malicious. I mean, I don't think anybody's set out to being malicious, but it's your comments, if you troll, are more like roasting quality than than criticizing. Like there's constructive criticism, and then there's just blank criticism that has no merit. The guy is high. The Stallmeyer will never lose value. It will only go up. It's a freaking tough maze card. Thank you, Rick. I mean, again, it's Yeah, I mean, behind it all, the card is it's a tough card to find. I mean, walking around Strongsville again, I didn't see a single dealer that had one. So, you know, whatever. You know, the guy can, like I said, can go kick rocks. Yeah, Petty is a Hall of Fame commentator. I barely do laugh, I guess, right? Cards aren't that popular for kids, especially vintage. I'm like the vintage kid, Jackie Robinson. Okay. I think sometimes you need to bring the thunder, Sammy. Sometimes I guess I do. I try to keep. You know what? I try to be level headed and just even keel. You know, I don't try to dramatize things, but when certain things get to me, it's like they amplify. Much respect to Vintage Goats. If you hear the young gentleman in the trade night video recently, I love the passion for vintage, the knowledge games, history. Yeah, he's been putting in the work to be very prominent in the community. I paid double what Sammy paid for the stupid stalled Meyer maze. I wouldn't care if it went up or down. That's the funny. It's gold to me. Yeah, I appreciate that about you, Petty. I do, man. Vintage is a hedge. Why do people never learn? If you bat 300 in baseball, you're a Hall of Famer. So I need 3 of my 10 jokes to land, and I'm batting maybe 250. What a weird reference, but I appreciate it, Andrew. It's an awesome Ace card period. Thank you, Orlando. I appreciate it. Okay, thanks for the kind words. Yeah. Yeah, no, Liam, I haven't spoken to Liam in a while. I assume he's going to the national with his parents. We'll see. If you're in the hobby as an investment, you're not as smart as you think you are. There are people. I mean, listen, there are people that are. It's just the way of the world. You'll be the 4th inductee next year. You're batting 260 with 400K. He's Hall of Fame worthy. Is there a whole different criteria for comments for like the participants and people that comment frequently and attend live streams? I'd love to know what the criteria is. Mario Mendoza line. I guess he's beginning to. I don't know about that. Liam was very much into. He was very big into collecting. I don't think he's going anywhere. His YouTube channel has grown pretty nicely. Girls will ruin your collection. Kirk, new to the channel, collecting on and off for over 40 years, just started again. Sweet Maze card. The blue is an excellent background. Thank you very much and welcome. Appreciate you guys checking out the channel. You're entering an awesome community of vintage collectors and some really good, a lot of good experts here. A lot of people who can help along the way. So, Kirk, welcome. And I hope we can be helpful to you as you to us. The Pinot Man can verify the girlfriend sentiment. You have to be funny and be at nearly every live stream. Only one a year admitted. Andrew qualifies. The YouTube Comment Hall of Fame is a very prestigious Hall of Fame. Not just anybody can make it in. Okay. Absolutely, Kirk. Appreciate it, man. Oh god, you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome, man, for really just kind of keeping this live stream, afloat. The comments are great. It feels like you guys are here with me, man. That's what's really cool about this, is that I feed off what you guys are mentioning in the chat. It's super, super cool. Yeah, man, I'm excited for the national. I mean, it's what little over 2 months away, but like, I'm just excited for the YouTube meetup. I'm excited to hang out with Dom, Jake, and Drew. I'm going to meet Drew for the first time. I think I met Jake No, maybe I didn't. I can't remember which came first. If I bought this Mays card from him, because I don't know if he was at the uh God, tell me if you guys remember, was Jake at the Atlantic City National 2 years ago? I can't remember. I cannot remember. But nevertheless, if I haven't met Jake, look forward to meeting him. Jake is very short, by the way. Very short. That's interesting. I mean, I don't know, man. Like I thought I was tall, but then Dom is saying that Jake wasn't at Atlantic City. Okay, so yes, so I must have met him there, and I must have purchased this Maze card prior, and then we made that connection somehow. So, uh, sorry, I'm just catching up a little bit here. You should do the rest of the chat as Mangini. I promised to myself and to everybody here. I slipped a little bit, but I'm not. I'm gonna hold off on doing the Mangini voice until the national. Maybe somebody can film John and I having a conversation back and forth. But I have a feeling he's starting to get a little tired of the impression and having to deal with it. So I'm gonna give him a break. I was shocked that I was short compared to Don Field of Dreams and Al from Iconic Baseball. Those guys, I think, were like 6'6", 6'7". Chris Sewell, 6'4". Yeah, he's tall. Oh, the mayor is here. Howdy, Chris. Jake is short next to Dylan. Jake is shorter than Dylan? Is that possible? I didn't think that was possible. Oh, speaking of which, hey, Dylan. Man, timing is everything. We're just talking about you, bud. Jake, so Orlando is saying that Jake is shorter than you. I don't. I guess we need to figure this out. One of you guys has to be the point guard for the YouTube's vintage basketball team. I mean, somebody's got to be Muggsy. Overtime chat coming. Well, I have time, man. Do you? I hope you do, Matt. We're gonna find out this year, Dylan. Chris, I'm your number one fan and all, but I like winners, and you aren't being a very good winner right now. Oh man. Aral Salpoveda. Yeah. Jake is 5'6". How tall is Dylan? Well, Dylan's here. He can answer that question. 5'5". Okay. We got to do. Who's got? It's not a matter of height. Who's got the ups? Like who can jump? Who can jump higher? Who cares how tall you are? If you can jump higher, height doesn't matter. Who is Spud and who is Muggsy? Say what, friend? He's here. Oh man, Jacob, you've been lurking, man. Been lurking around. Short people rule. I got the ups. Short people rule. One of you guys got to be the point guard, man. You got to see who's got the ups and who can dribble. You know, I guess one of you guys can be a shooting guard. One of you guys can be the point guard. So whoever can facilitate a game can be the point guard. I don't know if Jake or Dylan, which one of you guys are better facilitators, and which one of you has a better jump shot. So, that's 5'5". Dylan, what is your vertical? Oh man, Jay can shoot. Chris has vertical hops. Do they? Yeah, can you play basketball, Dylan? You know what? Oh man, this sounds like we need to try to find a basketball hoop somewhere in Cleveland. Maybe one of those Airbnbs. Maybe Mookie and Pete. Mookie and Pete, or Mookie, if you're here, man. If you're still here, find out if your Airbnb has a basketball hoop because we need to have a 5-on-5. Uh, Chances are I'll go out in the first couple of minutes due to a pulled hamstring, and it'll ruin my entire national. Won't be able to walk around. I imagine somebody will either pull a hamstring, sprain an ankle, something like that. Hopefully not. Dylan's claims he can play anything, so maybe yeah. Mookie's saying he'll check on the hoop status. So in on a YouTube b-ball game. As long as the quarters are like 20 seconds long, then I think I'm in. I got a doctor's. Good luck, guys. I hear that, man. I hear that. The crew will blow. Oh God, yeah. YouTube basketball tournament. It won't last long. It'll be very short. Oh, you guys are right, man. You guys are good. You guys are good. Oh boy. So, when is everybody arriving at the national? For those that are going, just want to get an idea. Jake, I know you're driving, so you said you're leaving Tuesday, and you're getting in Tuesday night, or what's the deal? I'm curious, because I'm trying to figure out logistics here. I want to know if when we're going to go and get Chick-fil-A. Dom is saying Wednesday. Wednesday. Dom, what oh, Eddie's flying in Tuesday. Uh Dom, what time are you getting in on Wednesday? Just so we can coordinate, because I know we're all, you, Jake, and Drew are all gonna be figuring this all out together. Be in the Cleveland region Tuesday. What are you planning on just staying with somebody that Tuesday night? Matt says Tuesday afternoon heading to baseball game that night. That's fun, man. Oh, I didn't know Greg was still here, man. Greg, you're quiet, man. Greg is arriving Wednesday a.m. Greg, I don't know what it is, man. Greg, you were Mr. 5,000, man. Mr. 5,000. Greg is all about taking like these. He's up at like 5 a.m. in the morning. Like I'm getting a text message at like 8 a.m. my time, and Greg, I'm like, Greg, did you sleep, man? Orlando is getting here Wednesday. Sounds good, Dom. We'll coordinate off live stream. Tuesday afternoon, my son lives in. Oh, perfect, man. That works out nicely. Jake's going to the Cleveland game Tuesday. Is there like a group going for that Tuesday? And Dylan's coming in Wednesday morning or afternoon? What's your time frame, Dylan? I'm a teacher. We wake up early. Yeah, man. I feel that. I work in the mornings as well. I work at the crack of dawn. I got to be at work physically at 7 a.m. So I got to wake up super early. Mr. 5K never sleeps. YouTube. Oh man, I'm still working. You know what? I'm still working on my Greg impersonation. I feel like I didn't do a good enough job. So, like I mentioned, I'm holding off the Mangini, but I think I can probably do a good Greg impersonation. I've been working on it a little bit here and there, but I'm losing my voice a little bit, so I don't know how effective it would be. I have an extra sofa. Maybe I'll sublet. That's a good idea, man. You can make big money doing that. Who are they playing? Yeah, I gotta look at. It'd be that's their home while we're at the national. Greg has worldwide subscribers. No time to sleep. Yeah, man, he's got subscribers. He actually made mention of all the different continents that were represented in his live stream. I think he had like 4 continents, people from all over the world watching. Mariners 3-game lead in the AL West. That's crazy. I generally do, but it doesn't stop. Like that's the thing. I put my phone on silent, but because Greg's text messages are so impactful, they bypass and they just go straight to ring. Yeah, well, you'll get through it. Welcome to Midlife Nation. Don't take it easy on me. I know I'm a goober. What night is YouTube get together? What is it, Thursday, I think? No, Sammy, you're retired from impersonations. Don't get yourself in trouble. If you do want to make the impersonation, though, just post every other day and make it 1 hour. Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't want to get in trouble. Can't do that. No idea. I have not bought my plane ticket yet. Man, what are you waiting for, brother? Thursday, Craig. Oh, man, we're caught up. Oh, boy, oh, boy. So, can I get you guys, want to get you guys' opinion on this? I think I'm going to bring this card with the hope of maybe getting it regraded. Let's see. Tell me what you guys think on this. Well, don't tell Eric that dropped. Eric worked hard on these, the All-Star team. I forgot I had it there. So, all right, let me know what you guys think about this. Last year, I was going up to the SGC booth to get some stuff graded. And so I asked if they do, what's it called? If they will take a second look at a card that was graded and see just to see if it could grade a little bit better. And just timing is everything. And so I ran into Peter. Peter was there. And so I asked Peter, and he goes, "Do you have the card with you?" And I go, "Oh, I don't have it with me. I only have a picture." So he says, "Oh, if you have the card, you take a look at it." That being said, I'm thinking about bringing this with me to get a second opinion. And if I can get this focused, let me see. Maybe if I back away. Come on. Sorry, guys. This is not doing a good job of getting this in focus. There we go. So I was thinking about getting this looked at again with the possibility of hopefully getting it graded, maybe a little bit higher. Because I thought it could have gotten a little bit higher, in my opinion. I thought the card looked really good. So I was thinking about bringing that with me. Jeez, I dropped it again. As something to get it looked at. You're saying to crack it, don't regrade if you want a higher grade. I thought about it. I just don't trust myself with a card of that magnitude. Andrew might be onto something. Tolerate the Gibson slander. Oh man, there should be a big one Thursday, another one smaller one Friday. That's typically how it goes. Okay. Gibson was great. Keegan, agree that Spawn was great too. They're both great pitchers. Looks under. Yeah. Gibson was dominant during his prime years. Kid needs to read from Garrett to Glory by Bob Gibson. Just sell it to me. I'll pay you 6 comps. I might consider it, Dylan. I might. I do like that Gibson, but I would consider it. It would increase in value by 200 to bump to a 6, and it costs 20 to regrade it. Do you think there's a 1 in 10 chance to make the bump? I'd say yes. I'd review it. Thanks, Greg. I appreciate the thoroughness in that. I think it's worth it, and I'm hoping that I can run into Peter again. That'd be cool. Number, that's a beauty. Yeah. Number be damned. At PSA, it is known as review. Get the card reviewed. Looks like a 7. If that's possible. What does grade mean in grand scheme of things? It's a Gibson rookie card. Yeah, no, you're right. Absolutely right. I love Gibson. I told you guys a story when he was my friend's pitching coach in '86. That is pretty cool. I actually didn't know that story. You have to check their WAR. Better than a 1 in 10 chance it bumps, so it's a good value to roll the dice. I think so. Looks excellent, 7 or more. Hey, man. 1 in 10, I meant. Yeah, I know what you meant. So, sorry, guys. My voice is really going, so. Uh, Listen, it's been fun, guys. I appreciate you guys so much, man. Like, this is always awesome. I love doing this sort of thing when I can have a nice, small, like 24 people. It's not a small number, but it's a good number. It's a good number of people. It's manageable. I can have a conversation with you guys and feel like, like I hope that I'm talking with everybody. So, but I think I'm gonna cut it short here. Cut it now. It's been an awesome time, guys. Tomorrow I will do a video, top 5 1970s, mid to late 70s cards for under $100. I know Andrew's been asking about that one, so I'm going to put that together. It's going to take a little bit because I need to figure out. I want to get some good cards for you guys to show. So hopefully there'll be some eye openers. We'll see. But always great to catch up with you guys. It's really great. I'm really looking forward to hanging out with you guys again. I mean, I know it's 2 months away, but it's just like right to me, it feels right around the corner. And I hope to see some of the local guys like Dom or B Roth or Dan, Vince Baseball PC. A lot of these other guys. I'm hoping to Mookie, of course. Hoping to catch up with you guys soon. But thank you guys again for watching. Have a good rest of your week, guys. And Unicorn, yeah, man. Stay safe, man. Seriously, stay safe. Have a good night, guys. Take care. I will catch up with you soon. Have a good night.